why are we still donating organs? Why are we still doing that? Why do we donate organs when we damn well know that we can clone organs? It just feels like this weird kind of topic that people aren't talking about, because I guess people still live in the fucking world where they believe that fossil fuel is an actual thing. I mean, how much common knowledge is just fucking propaganda from generations past? Before I digress, no, seriously, why are we still donating organs when we can clone organs, when there is a black market body fucking harvesting economy? I just don't get it. You can... I'm gonna get myself way too worked up, but I want to get a little worked up. I'm okay with having my blood pressure high. It's fine. I work out. I'm healthy. $13,000 for a computer with brain cells in it. What do I do with that? What do I do with that besides look at it in horror and go, oh, Sword Art Online, The Matrix, all these fucking things are quite literally in the realm of possibility in a world where there is still squalor and poverty. Like, this fucking dichotomy of, well, I don't even know what to say, honestly. I'm stumbling over my own fucking words. Does this not shock people as much as it shocks me? Knowing that you can clone different body parts, especially if you save the umbilical cord and placenta. Please do that for your kids. I cannot tell you enough. We need a new school for fucking doctors. We need a new fucking everything. But again, before I digress, I'm trying to see what it's like to focus on one of these things where I'm ranting and raving. But I don't know, man. I've seen, like, David Sinclair. I'm not, like, throwing this guy under the bus. David Sinclair wrote the book Lifespan. Good book. If you want to read that book and actually understand it, I would suggest buying and reading the book The Science of Growing Young by Sergey Young. It's, I think, a good predecessor to then reading Lifespan, because Lifespan is almost like a mini textbook. Regardless, he's out here experimenting on little cloned brains, human fucking neurons, brains, but they're not full brains, because whatever ethics this man has to abide by, I guess, is either keeping him from being the angel of death from 1940s, or just, I don't know. I understand guidelines. I'm asking for guidelines. There doesn't seem to be guidelines when it comes to putting human cells inside of machinery and then selling it and calling it a fucking computer. That's so wild. That's so crazy. People can't pay their bills and there's human brain. Like, I'm watching Silicon Valley, and Gavin Belsom is probably the best portrayal of what I think everybody thinks every top CEO is like. It's just crazy. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Good show to watch. Old HBO show? Maybe? Old? I don't know how old. Either way. Yeah, well, I just don't get it, man. You can't just put a price tag on it. God forbid you fix human ailments. Is there truly anything worse than fucking death? Like, yes, there is, but even just the process of dying, I would put it like that. The process of dying is definitely scary, you know? You get stuck in a cave and nobody can come get you. Don't understand why people do it, but, you know, we all need a little thrill. We all feel trapped in our bodies unless we go trap ourselves some more under some weights. Oh my God. It makes me happy every day that... Sorry, I'll keep that thought to myself. No, I fucking won't. Makes me happy every day that I'm not a goddamn pedophile. Jesus Christ, what a roll of the dice. If that theory was true, that it's like you're this soulful being and you can just choose to live whatever life that you want to live, Like, you know what I mean? It's like that Rick and Morty episode where you put the goggles on, you're in this world. Do you just roll it, and if you get pedophile in it, or you just like, fuck, no! And then you try to run, but it sucks you inside of it, no pun. Or do you choose that? Because either way, I think that, still, that's an answer. I think you soulfully have to be a pedophile, right? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know, I'm fucking spewing nonsense. Either way. Maybe because I'm an idiot is why I'm so shocked. Maybe I'm not hip with the times. Maybe I haven't gotten used to the fact that, yeah, bro, what do you mean? You don't mine, like, crypto with your brain power? You don't just enslave yourself to, every corporation that gives you money? What do you mean? There's no such thing as slavery. Like, maybe I am out of touch. That's so sickening to believe, but I could almost make it make sense. Like, maybe I've just been living in this bubble where it's just not normal for me to have a neural link inside my head. Maybe everybody else around me actually wants one, and once it's released to the public, it's going to be like a 99.999% split to my 0.001, What if I'm the last man who doesn't have a neural link? I guess that's what it means to be the last airbender, am I right? Just the last of an actual fucking something. Seriously. Once you're gone, there's nothing that's even similar enough to you to call you part of a species. The last Uchiha. Kurapika. Lot of fucking populated orphan. What's a word for that? What's the orphan word equivalent for somebody who has lost their entire clan? Now they are the last. There's gotta be a word for that. Like, I feel like there's somewhere you can read in, like, maybe the Indians or the Chinese probably have a word for this. They've been around a long time. They've experienced a lot of feelings. I don't know. Anybody else wonder why the sewers steam in New York? No. I don't know. I saw a fucking reel on Instagram that talked about it. I'm like, yeah, I think it every time. No, seriously. What's going on here? And it immediately made me think about the fact that the Manhattan Project was going on. They were building, they say they weren't building a nuke, but then they also say the Fruit of the Loom logo never had a cornucopia, and I just think you're just fucking, just gaslighting people. Fuck you. I know human memory is fallible, and it's pathetic in comparison to our computer overlords. You know what I mean? But this is why you should write your journal. This is why you should write what happened to you each day. Make it so your memory isn't fallible. Make it so it's not fucking pathetic. Why are we subscribing to entropy? I don't know. It's like I looked up, so what's the biggest reason we don't populate, public areas with fruit trees and different vegetables and food? And the number one reason we don't do it is because it'd be a mess. And it's like, there's fucking litter. Like, yeah, it's a fucking mess. But you know how you have a garbage man come? Or just, I don't know, clean up after your fucking self. Right? Clean up after yourself. I don't know. I like to subscribe to the idea of leaving a place cleaner than how you found it. I'm not always like that. I'm still, I guess learning. I don't know. I'm not fucking perfect. Don't look to me. I don't like it when words are not misconstrued, but the proper thing isn't taken from what somebody is saying. Meaning, if I say, yeah, I like to leave a place cleaner than how I found it, I'm probably not doing that 100% of the time. 100%. But me saying it should, in my mind, elicit a response of like, that makes sense. And then other people do it. I'm not saying I'm fucking better than you. Some people say it with the intention of being better, but I think that's why you have to pay attention to somebody's intention. You know what I mean? you always know before you know. Kind of relates to this book I'm reading. I think I've mentioned it before. But there was something else I was going to say. It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, yes, our AI overlords. Another thing was, I guess there's a cult out there right now. By the way, I guess you could just start cults. There's tech cults as well. And if you don't know what a tech cult is, it's the people who do the quote-unquote hacking. And those are people who would look like they have a 9-to-5 job, but realistically they're just working in somewhere in middle New Jersey. Sorry if that's too much info to give out, but, it's not like anybody's even going to listen to this. So, either way. Yeah, I guess there's this cult trying to make a lobster god, which, if we're getting to this stage in, human society, just humanity, this is going to be a fun, I was going to say fucked up. No, this is going to be fun. People are going to try to start making their gods. They finally realize that that's what all these tech companies are doing with robots. They're making a god. So these people are like, fuck it. Lobsters don't even die. How about we just help it become the largest lobster ever? Like, let's make the lobster god. This is going to take years, you know what I mean? But that's what makes something that lasts for a long time special. I probably got way too close to the mic there, sorry. But I don't know. I think about the planets, and in a sense, why they're named after gods. I'd assume it's because the civilization became aware of the fact that, hey, if we're actually thinking about things that last and actually give rise to love or hate, depending, in some tangible way in this reality. Let me try to find a better way to explain this. All the planets named after gods. You realize you as a human can just help something from dying, right? That feeling of helping something, someone, an entity, and not wanting it to die. That's a very powerful feeling, I think. Maybe it's not a feeling we take so much action upon, but I think it's one of the greatest reasons that you could ever take action upon anything. So, what if these civilizations really viewed it as, oh, these are quote-unquote gods because they give rise to life to us. These little things on this one singular planet. I mean, look at the sun as the greatest example. You know what I mean? This is all based off the knowledge that, yeah, we're the only ones here on this planet, or just in the solar system. You know what I mean? And I don't know, humans help plants. Humans help all animals. Like someone I know just helped a little mouse from dying. You know? It's not something most other animals would or could do. To comprehend saving something, it's a very advanced thought, right? What's a different word for advanced so I don't make it sound pretentious? Whatever, you get the point. Just something to ponder about, I guess. I'm dragging this along, and I've slowed down significantly. I'm sorry, let's take a breath. So yes, the piss steam coming out of New York, right? I don't know. What is that all about? What's going on under New York City? I feel like this is why people can come up with cool stories. Because what if it's really just, think about it logically. It's just the sewer system. It gets hot down there. So yeah, the water evaporates, it steams up. And yeah, it is actually just piss shit. And it's not something even deeper underneath it where people are running these crazy nuclear experiments and yada, yada, yada. I don't know. You know? But either way, New York needs to get way more cleaned up. And I know they have people. They clearly hire people to take out all the garbage and just clean around and everything. That's why you see cleaner areas. You know, Manhattan, for example, cleaner than the Bronx. You know, Brooklyn, a little bit cleaner than, say, Queens. And I'm not coming after you. I'm on no one's side. So, you know what? All of New York could hate me. You're all dirty. I wonder how you really do clean it. Has everybody forgotten about the fact that they implemented that toll thing? Is that still a thing? You know, in the middle of New York, where they're just just in broad daylight. Fuck, I'm so stumped. This doesn't wow people. We're really not throwing a revolution. Dude, they're robbing us in broad daylight. Fuck. They said, we're going to start charging you $50 just to pass this fucking street. If I stand in front of a doorway and say $5 and you ask me, do I own the building? And I say no, but I said $5. Give me $5, or I kick your ass. You know? For them, it's just we send you the fucking bill, and guess what? You still got to pay it. Why? Because we'll throw you in jail. We get other people to do our dirty work. That's all. That's what that is. This has to be crazy. This has to be baffling to everybody. It can't possibly just be baffling to me. I cannot be the only one who goes, man, it's hilarious. It helps you write stories. This type of comedy helps you write fucking stories. I'll tell you that much. Speaking of stories, I have to watch Fantastic Four, which I'm going to do after I do some video editing for some things I'll talk about at the end of this. I'm gonna watch Fantastic Four, Pedro Pascal nonsense. Do I really want to talk about this? I don't know. He seems like Sir Creeps a lot, and I'll just say that much. There was this one time, oh my god, I could tell this story. I can't give any name. Alright, I'm just going to tell a story. So, this person I know who's living in a different state was looking for a different home to go to live, to rent, whatever. And in searching for homes, we stumbled upon this one that looked fantastic. But they do something fucking weird in this state where the landlord's just going to live with you. No, not in a separate unit. No, I'm right here, baby. Yep, you're helping me pay my mortgage, and if I walk outside in my fucking robe and it just so happens to open, I'm the landlord. I'm not being creepy. I'm in my own house. And that is exactly what this dude was. He looked at the prospect of having two women living in a house with him as just... This man might as well have been slobbering with barely exaggerating. I don't know. If I have to cut this out, I will. Yeah, it's fine. I didn't expose anybody. But yeah, either way, just... Oh my god. Sir Creeps a lot. Yeah, Pedro Pascal. I don't know. Don't touch my wife. I didn't like that William Dafoe video. That's the one thing. If you touch me, I'll tell you, please don't touch me. Because I do not like being touched. I am fine with it because I understand that going, hey, don't fucking touch me is super aggressive. I hear that. And even still going, hey, I'd prefer if you didn't touch me. It draws a line. You know what I mean? But I want to tell people all the time, God, I don't like being touched. Listen, I'm okay if you touch me. If I'm going to reserve one spot that is obviously not just like my genitals, to not just grab them by the like, don't touch my hair. I'm sorry. I have a lot of head hair. It's very long. It's hard to maintain. And it hurts if you fucking pull on it. I'll just put that out there. So, please. That's all I ask. I don't know. Maybe I'll come around to it and just actually being super fine with hugging and, everything like that. I would like to get the good ending in this life. I guess I can end off on this. The good ending in life is when you can reconcile with somebody before they die. And I don't mean just on their deathbed. To do more and actually show that life is long enough where it's almost like a kiddish mistake 30 years from now. And that it's not even an afterthought anymore. The only reason you remember is because maybe it was brought up somehow. And even now, you're so past the point that it doesn't matter. People can change. Sometimes it takes a long fucking time. There's no patience in this world. Shit, I barely have fucking patience. But it is 7 o'clock now, so yeah, I'll leave off on that. Always strive for the good ending. Be on good terms with everybody before you or they die. It's just, things work out better that way. Check out the Cucamongas, at the Cucamongas on Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, Kick, YouTube. Everybody may have their own channels. I don't fucking know. I post whatever they've put in the description note that we share together, and that is that. So, yeah. And then I have other videos, mostly probably black screen things right now, but either way, gameplay. And I want to start doing skits, not just, like, I want to do real skits. I want to put some professionalism into this shit. I want to be funny, all right? And yeah, I think that's it. If I have anything else to say, I will make a new video. Which, oh, yes, speaking of new videos, 1000X Resist, it should be out now by the time that this comes out. 1000X Resist, cold opening. If you guys like it, if you want me to play the game, let me know. Otherwise, I'm probably still just going to play it again, even if no one watches, because it's a really, really good game. So, goodbye, everybody.